Actor friends, it's Michael Kostroff. Look, you know that I love our tribe. I love actors, I do. We're also a pain in the ass. Um, I don't know if it's the heat in New York right now or what, but I'm feeling a little spicy today. Um, and I got to give some tough love to a small subset of our tribe. The acting profession's not fair. There's no entitlement. It's not easy. And you all knew that. You all knew that when you signed on. So when I read a post like the one I read yesterday where somebody said, hot take, whatever the fuck that means, hot take, actors should be paid for auditioning and they shouldn't be exploited by calling them to endless callbacks. I, I, I don't know how to pry people off of that way of thinking. I just have to make the case in terms of what's effective, what works for you, and what doesn't. It, to call it exploitation to get a callback is just a sort of a that's a pretty magic trick of backwards thinking that I can't quite get my brain around. Um, we signed on for a profession with not enough opportunities, and that's not a meritocracy, and not there's no fair, there's no any of that. And I don't say that to be harsh or mean. We just know it to be true. I have over 100 television credits. That does not entitle me to have a great year next year. I don't know what's going to happen. I got no fucking clue. It might be like, a Michael Kostroff free year in terms of the business, and I'll have to find some other way to make a living. And you know what? I will neither feel shocked nor betrayed if that happens, because that is the nature of the damn thing. So I guess I want to say, if you're one of those people if you find yourself resenting the structure of this profession, you're just not doing yourself any favors. Your objection is not going to change the way things are. And your interpretation that things are unjust or that you're a victim is truly interpretation. I have to assure you of that. I saw another video where somebody was complaining that she had to come to rehearsal and that she wasn't paid anymore for rehearsal, you know, during a run. It's just how it is. It's built into the contract, man. So I choose to think of myself as fortunate when I'm working rather than abused or victimized. I consider myself complimented and flattered and honored when somebody wants me to audition, and even more so if they want to see me audition again. And they can bring me back as many times as they need to the extent that it serves their project. They are not trying to make me feel bad or see how many hoops I'll jump through. They're just trying to cast their damn show. I wish people could see this. I get so, honestly, because I love actors, I get so heartbroken that actors do this to themselves and stay in this state of, I've been wronged. And that's where we get negotiations like the one that guarantees us, 48 hours notice for an audition, as if somebody was going to withhold the audition information just to torture us. If there's less than 48 hours, that's because that's what they've got, and that's when we get to go, got it, not to worry, I'm on it. I just think that I'm seeing this a lot lately, where it's like we've been wronged, we've been victimized, it's insulting, and it's like, then don't do it, man, don't do it, don't do it, if that's how it lands with you. I always say you cannot take a job at the post office and then say, what's with all these letters? This is every day. Here come more fucking letters. See this proves my point. See what I mean? More letters. That's what happens at the post office. You know what happens in show business? Not enough work. Being overlooked for things that you'd probably be great in. Getting cast sometimes in things that there was probably a better choice available. I promise you, I have booked many parts where I just know there was a better actor for the job. What am I supposed to do? That's just that's the structure of the thing. I know I'm rambling on today. I'm not going to edit this. I just wish I could sell these actors on the extent to which they are not framing this in their own best self-interest. It's like a certain voting party that I won't talk about. You all know what I mean. They just keep voting for their own, against their own self-interest, and that's what actors are doing when they decide that an audition is abuse and a callback is exploitation, and it's the same as saying an acting note is an accusation. I learned long ago that when I get a note, it's two people trying to make the show better. Okay, great, thank you. Not you did it wrong. It's so often it's framing, and when I say framing, I don't mean framing it positively against what's true. I'm saying taking another look at what's true and framing it accordingly. Logic dictates casting is not out to get you, abuse you, mock you, insult you, degrade you. That's not. Who has time? Who has time? They've got shows to cast. Please reconsider. Please reconsider. If those are your points of view, or if you feel that you've been wrong because you need to put food on the table and you haven't booked any acting jobs. That's how the acting profession is. It's not stable. If you need stable, you need something else. I tell you, I believe, not that I don't believe I'm talented, I believe I'm talented. Lots of people are talented. I believe that my career success has a lot to do with coincidence, lucky contacts, in addition to talent, me developing a persona that I'm easy to work with. But I don't think there's any. I don't think. I think there's always going to be some random involved. That's just the nature of our business. Maybe it's just the heat. Friends, don't cultivate bitter, because it only affects you. If you think that a callback is abuse, it's not going to make people go, oh, we should just offer him the job and offer her the job, or offer them the job, because we realize now that they've been abused. It's not going to shift that way. They've got to get a chance to look at you in the role. That's all. Yeah. All right, friends. That's what I've got to say this week. And I like I said, I'm not editing this, and I know I've gone on a bit of a rant, but I've seen too much of these, whatever the fuck a hot take is. I don't know why people always go, hot take. We should get paid for auditions. It's never going to happen, and also there's no reason. I don't know any job application process where you get paid to apply for a job. Do it or don't. Sorry. Tough love. Tell me your thoughts. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.